Oh, thank goodness, we're back to videos. Hola amigos, this is Tales by Raga, and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Adventure 2. In the last episode, we did some things, I guess. I don't know, I wasn't really paying that much attention, to be honest. And I had a guest over, and my brother was doing co-commentary as well, for whatever reason. Somebody might find that cool, maybe. And in today's episode, we're actually going to be going through more of the Dark Side story with Eggman. And you know what, I will say something. I never understood why people got so upset over, Dr. Robotnik's name changing to Dr. Eggman. I mean, it's not a bad name, and I mean, he had already been going for that name for, a long time in Japan. I think ever since the series started, actually. So it's not necessarily that bad. The stage isn't really that bad either. It might be a little bit weird because you have to get used to the clunky Robotnik controls. But hey, if you've gone through the hero story, you already probably know what to expect in terms of gameplay design. Anyway, Dr. Eggman here. We've already actually been through, one of Dr. Eggman's stages, and his gameplay hasn't really been changed much from Tails. I think he does get one additional weapon that Tails can't, but I'm not so sure on that. It's been years since I've, done the whole, oh, let's do everything in this game. Anyway, there is quite a bit in the background of this stage. I mean, it's not a bad looking stage. I think it's actually quite nice. It's a desert at night. Somebody might like that. Oh. You know what else somebody might like? Falling into pits. Unfortunately, that's not something I like, and that illumination on his lights is kinda neat, I guess. I don't know, I guess that was considered really good self-illumination for its time, but nowadays it's not all that special. It's really just kind of does provide a nice little contrast, though. Actually, I can't tell. Is that thing on this front supposed to be a headlight? I guess we'll see in a later stage. Ooh. Probably just spoiled something without really intending to. Oh, well. So, going through more of this, you can tell that oh. What? Okay. Oh, alright, fine. Sure, my shots can just go through the golden beetle, sure. That's, makes sense. Makes as much sense as anything else in this game does. So, playing as Eggman is a little bit weird because we don't have the booster yet. So, if you're playing this after getting used to Tails' gameplay and the level design for later Tails levels, it can throw you off a little bit, and in the previous recording for this, actually, it threw me off quite a lot. Fell into the first pit in the level. Anyway, do a little bit more exploring here. Honestly, I don't know, this level's not entirely memorable, but I don't think this is really a bad level either. I've got a lot of pots here, vases to break if you're into that, if you're into property damage, like a certain Saxton Hale is. Actually, I never quite properly demonstrated these pipes, did I? Walk up to one of these pipes and whistle at it, you got an animal. Which is, pretty alright. Not exactly the best thing in the world to be using your time on, but hey, maybe you want certain animals to, level up your chow in certain ways. That will do it for you. Unfortunately, I don't necessarily like using animals to level up my chow. I'd rather feed them artificially made chaos drives. They're filled with the artificial nutrients and flavors their growing body needs. Anyway, going through here, I think we might be almost at the end of the stage. And that's a bat flying near these platforms. Alright, cool. Oh no, we're not almost at the end of the stage. We are at a checkpoint. Checkpoint does not mark the end of the stage. Checkpoint marks that we still have quite a bit of stage left to go. Zoom! Whoa, that was a bit weird. That looked dangerous. Somehow. Let's get back up here. Ooh. Well, we got some kind of thing, and there's a macaw flying around, if you're into that. I'm not. Go up here, and the camera shifts. Seems there's one more dynamite to shoot. There it is. And then the camera goes flippity-flip again. Camera in this level gets a little bit odd sometimes. Jump on the wait me, crush me do. And shoot at these things. Oh, hello there. Okay, you know what? Let's pick up some of these artificially flavored beverages here. They're not necessarily beverages, but I mean... I guess maybe they're just the robot souls, and my Chow is just the greatest monster that ever lived. Wouldn't be the first time. Anyway, I hope you guys are used to Eggman's gameplay, because we're not gonna see it again for another stage or so. Oh, the next gameplay is a character we haven't seen in action before, and it's going to be very unimpressive.
With the Chaos Emerald in the Space Colony Ark. I've got to find out just what's going on up there.
We interrupt this broadcast for an important news flash. There has been a break-in at the Federal Reserve Bank today. Mysteriously, the only thing that was stolen was the Chaos Emerald. According to eyewitnesses at the scene, the suspect was identified as the world-renowned hero, Sonic the Hedgehog. The suspect was seen fleeing the scene, destroying the reserve's guard robots in his path. Stay tuned for more details.
More like the work of Shadow.
How pathetic. Find them before they escape! Maria!
What?
Shadow, I beg of you, please do it for me. For all the people on that planet. Sayonara, Shadow, the Hedgehog.
I still remember what I promised you. For the people of this planet, I promise you. Revenge!
And after that thrilling bit of exposition, we play as Shadow. As you might expect, Shadow plays a lot like Sonic. He does have a few interesting details, however. For instance, instead of running when he's at full speed, he kinda skates along instead. I honestly thought this was pretty cool, maybe partly because it reminds you of Jet Set Radio, but... Anyway, that nice bit of exposition there. Apparently we learned that Dr. Eggman likes scratching his butt and people can't identify Shadow from Sonic. Which I guess is alright, considering they basically look the same, except in different colors. Well, actually, Shadow kind of looks a bit like Super Sonic, actually, with how this is well, I was about to say hair, but it's really just gigantic spikes jutting at the sides of his face. Ah, man. Good times, Sega, good times. Anyway, Radical Highway! It's kind of a straightforward stage, and in that multiplayer video that I have to upload eventually, you'll see it in action as well. Honestly, I do really like this stage, though. It's, pretty fun. And it's a nice city escape, kind of, well, not really a city escape, but we are... I guess we are escaping from a city, but, we're also escaping from planes, and they weren't in City Escape. Losing all my rings also wasn't in City Escape, but hey, you know? So jump, jump, jump as Omo Chow explains everything to make it better. Thank you, Omo Chow. And performing homing it. Oh, I think I actually accidentally knocked out Homo. I was about to say Homo Chow, but unfortunately I'm not 12 years old, so I can't get away with saying that. Anyway, Jupe. Jupe is it's an onomatopoeia. It means oh hey, Big the Cow was on the blimp. Cool. Neat. Fine. Oh, and we're on the roof of this thing. What's over there? It's some kind of boar thing, so I'm gonna stay away from it. 'Cause it bores me. It's Chris Bores, the irate gamer. Who also kind of bores me. I don't know, I remember when I was younger, I used to watch a lot of the irate gamers reviews and stuff. Oh. Oh. Of course, they wouldn't actually be merciful and put in a real bottomless pit here. They have to torment me with this. Oop. Sometimes it's, yeah, possible for the bombers to bomb that when you're trying to stand on it, and it's really hard to get through, and that was... I was about to yell at Capcom for this game. Capcom, what the heck are you doing with this Sega game? Oh, what's shooting at me? Oh. There's a plane. It's a plain shame. Really? Really? Okay, fine. I'll take your word for it, game. I'll give you that one. So like I said, for some reason as a kid, I liked a lot of the irate gamers reviews more than the angry video game nerd. I have no idea why, now that I look back on it. Irate gamer, pretty bad. I don't know, maybe it was just because I was somewhat new to the internet at the time, and, you know, new to the whole game reviewing thing, and these were all retro games that I hadn't played, so maybe this guy was right about these games, and that they're bad. I'm not saying that, like, James Rolfe is the most entertaining person in the world, because, I don't know, his reviews seem a little bit juvenile too, but at the very least, they're entertaining. Anyway, let's go through these rolling things. Rolling start. Oh man. Speaking of rolling start. Does anybody actually in the audience play a game called Skullgirls? It's a fighting game, it's on PS3, Xbox Live Arcade, there's a Steam version of coming out. I don't know, if you haven't played it yet, play it, it's really fun. Like, it's a very, very well-made fighting game. I love fighting games. Like, you know, it's not that I mind Street Fighter or Blaze Blue or anything like that. But Skullgirls is really nifty. It has a really cool art style to it, I think. It's not just because I'm 19 years old and white and like breasts. Honest. No, there's a little bit more to it than that. But I don't know, it feels like a game where it's got a limited number of characters and I can't necessarily find a main for it. Whereas in other fighting games, I know who I main. I mean, oh, Hazama and Blaze Blue and Ryu and... or not actually Ryu in Street Fighter. Who do I... Oh yeah, I think I main Hakan, actually. I don't know, it's been a while, so... I don't know, I'm good at Hakan, but... Anyway, the episode's over. Street Fighter 4. Game of the Year 2002. Bye.
What? It all starts with this. A jewel containing the ultimate power.
That's the Chaos Emerald! Now I know what's going on. The military has mistaken me for the likes of you. So, where do you think you're going with that emerald? Say something, you fake hedgehog!
Chaos control!
It's not his speed. He must be using the Chaos Emerald to warp.
Shadow. I'm the world's ultimate life form. There's no time for games. Farewell.